Hey guys, Astronaut here, and today we are going to be playing Prison Architect. And what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a tutorial on basically how to start off your prison. And yeah, very interesting game. I loved it. I played it a little bit a while ago, but I just decided today to make a tutorial to show you guys how to start off because a lot of people are having issues with just basically getting the ball rolling in your prison. You know, so. Let's get rid of fog of war. Let's generate forests. You want to generate a lake? You know what? Let's generate lakes. Failure conditions, gangs, events. Should we really? All right, I'm gonna choose. The normal warden. You know, guys, prison. Anyway, yep. There's a massive lake there for sure. Oh wow. Okay. There's several lakes. So what you start off with in this game is deliveries and garbage. And with that, you also start off with $30,000 plus 1 day's worth of cash flow. What you have here is you have your foundations tab, you know, just buildings, bricks, concrete. There's no difference to them really. It's just aesthetics, you know. You got like you want a concrete looking prison, you want a brick looking prison. Doesn't matter. Auto lights, you kind of want to leave those on, because otherwise you're going to have a tough time lighting your prison up. Auto lights very efficiently, I found out, so it's always great. Materials, you got your average dirt, free to use. And what you also want to watch out for is walk speed. Now walk speed just tells you how fast your prisoners or your guards are going to be walking across this material. Now what I suggest to you guys is to surround your prison with something that has a very low walk speed. So for instance, dirt, you don't want to put paving stone around. Grass works too, gravel, road is, yeah, you don't want to really surround it with road, but really what's really best is you just surround it with dirt or sand, because those have really slow walk speeds and they're also free. You got fences here, which is great for surrounding yards and things like that. Wooden floors, if you want to spoil your prisoners, you stick that there. Concrete floor, I'm pretty sure that comes with your foundation. Metal floors, 10 bucks a square foot, fast walk speed. There's nothing really special to it. Mosaic floors, you can spoil your prisoners, as well as fancy tiles, white tiles, and marble tiles. Yeah. Rooms, so this is interesting because you have all of these different rooms to choose from, and what I suggest is that you always cover all your bases. You know, make one of each of the rooms at least in the beginning. Always helps out further along the line. You got objects here, all sorts of things you can put in your rooms. Staff, you only start off with workmen, guards, cooks, and of course your warden. Utilities, also never forget your utilities, very important. So yeah, I'm going to be laying down some foundations real quick, and I'm going to be telling you what's best, really. So what I usually do is I start out with a huge, just going from the edge of the garbage to the edge of the deliveries, so that's 19 meters, and you're going to want to make that square, just for efficiency and things like that. Only costs 7,200, which in the beginning, you don't want to spend too much, but you do want to spend like just the right amount, and I found that this is very efficient. Just 19 by 19, no big deal, and just fast forward through that so your little workers can work their butts off building your prison. Yeah, in the beginning you're going to want to just I'm going to plop down 2 more workers just to get the ball rolling a little bit quicker, and yeah, just let them work, let them finish. Also, what I found out is that you can sell these. That's right, you can have a little bit extra cash in the beginning of the game. So just sell that. Sell these random objects. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can sell this one as well. And you got yourself a little bit extra. And these guys are working. They're gonna chop down all these trees, and they're gonna give you these logs just to give you just a little bit extra cash. Always great. Sell all of the stuff that ends up within the perimeter. Basically everything that they chop down, you sell just for that little extra smidget of cash. Always helpful in the beginning of the game. Alright, so when you build something, you end up with this, and it requires an entrance. So of course, you're going to want to put down a door, which you can find in objects. Usually what is best is you just, I don't know, I found that if you stick a staff door on the front, it's great. It doesn't let the prisoners just prance around free, anything like that. Also keeps it nice and lined up with the center. That's just a personal preference of mine. So now what you end up is this huge dark room. Usually I just get my utilities out of the way. I just stick down a power station. Make sure to just like for efficiency's sake, you want to separate it with one water by one block. You want to put a water pump station. Can't talk. Water pump station right next to the power utility station. Just plop that down right there, and just yeah, you can stick a capacitor next to it like that. You always start off with a little bit, and yeah, there you go. If you stick them next to each other, you got this nice little bridge right here. And yeah, you also want to make sure that your entire area is covered with electrical cable. For efficiency's sake, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have this guy over here, and I'm going to have, let's see here. I want to see if this works actually. Okay, I haven't quite. There we go. Yes, you just want to have one cable running down the middle. Yeah, then what I do, just pause it, or actually no, just if you want to keep the ball rolling a little bit quicker than usual, you can have it keep going. But what I do is I basically make a little room for these things so the prisoners can't mess around with the power and the water and things like that, because they will actually go in and sabotage these things, which really sucks. So yeah, there you go. I'm also gonna make a you also want to make sure that you have, you know what, actually I'm gonna demolish this wall right here, and I'm gonna extend it outward just a little bit more, so you just make use of all the available space like that. And I'm gonna stick a staff door right there, and then what I'm going to do in this room, I'm going to make this storage, just all of this right here, right there. That can be storage, as well as this, just all storage. It's great for efficiency, you know, you just make sure you use up everything. I'm going to make an extra room, and I'm going to turn it into a holding room. Very great for later in the game. Let's see here. Let's make it like this, and let's put a wall there. This is the new holding room, or holding cell. I'm gonna have to make it 5 by 5. I completely forgot about that. The size requirements, yeah, they can get in the way sometimes. Demolish the walls, so I'm going to do here, just get rid of that, and I'm going to extend it out so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, why not? Let's just have this entire thing a big wall. So then objects, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a jail door. Now holding rooms, what they require is just a bench and a toilet, really, just to hold your prisoners in. So I'm going to just pop a bench down. 2 benches actually. It's great. Make sure this is really big, because later on in the game you might run into trouble with you know, adding prisoners. You know, more and more prisoners come in with every single day, and you want to, you know, keep up to date with that. So you got that there. They're going to require water, so you can just run a water pipe to them. Not a big one, of course, but if you run a water pipe down the middle, I found it's very efficient, doesn't use up too much gas. Then just run smaller water pipes like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to check real quick how big a dormitory needs to be. 2 by 3, perfect size. I'm going to add a wall. I'm going to make this square right here a big, huge dormitory, and I'm going to stick a jail door on it like that. Rooms, dormitory. usually what you want to do with dormitories is you want to hold the minimum security prisoners in the dorms just to make sure that they don't come into conflict with any of the other prisoners. Like that, you got to add a bed, bunk bed. I'm going to add those real quick. They start you off with 8 in the beginning, so I'm just going to add just enough bunk beds for 8, you know. Stick one toilet down there, right there. And also, of course, you need your showers and things of that nature. So I'm going to add a shower, right, 4x4 shower right there. Great size, you don't have to worry about it for too long. Like that, bam. Got yourself a nice shower there. Stick a door on the front. Of course, some drain pipes. Like that. And shower heads. Always required with showers. That's why it's called a shower. Anyway, I'm going to extend it outward just a little bit more so that I can add some of the extra rooms. We still need, yeah, canteen. Kitchen comes with a canteen. Solitary. I'm going to stick a couple solitary rooms down. I'm trying to figure out where to stick these exactly. Ah, found it. Okay, so right here. You can plop down. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You can turn all of these into solitaries right here. Objects, solitary doors. Oops. Here you go. 4 solitary rooms. I'm going to have to add some water pipes. Like that. Always useful. Foundation. Add some more concrete. Got plenty of cash left over. Just make a big 11 by 11 room. This is going to be the kitchen area. And across from the kitchen area, oh, actually I'm going to just do this real quick. There we go. That's fine. Requires an entrance. That's okay, because I can just stick a door right there. There we go. And I'm going to extend the utilities outward later, such as that. Alright. Actually, the electricity, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I don't like it when the rooms are really dark. It just doesn't let you have a nice overview of everything. Anyway, foundation, rooms, material. I'm gonna add a kitchen and a canteen right here. There we go. Okay. Kitchen. This is the kitchen. And I'm going to add a nice staff door there so no prisoners can get in. Why on earth is the power out? There we go. So what you need with the kitchen is a cooker, a fridge, and a sink. You can find that in the objects. There we go, cooker. Right here, and a fridge. Right there. And then, of course, I'm going to turn the room next door to it into a canteen. There we go. Canteen needs serving table, and a bench. So those can all be found in the objects menu. Now you can also use the taskbar or the search bar to find yourself any objects that you really need. Like for instance the serving table. The tables are just in the main objects menu, so I'm going to stick a couple of those on. Always leave room for expansion. For example, what I did was I left this little area open here so that I can add a little passage over. And there we go. Each table can now hold a total of 8 prisoners. So you just want to keep that in mind. Oh yeah, and of course don't forget your cooks. Just add 4. I usually add 4 to begin with every time. I'm going to just add a pipe there. Electrical cables there. And yeah, there you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to handle visitation as well as common room. So I'm going to just add a little visitation area right here. Yeah, 4x8 is perfect. Just need some visitor tables. You don't need to surround it with a wall, which is great, you know. Let's search for visitor. So we got the visitor booth, which is 1,000, and then a visitor table. Visitor tables are always great. So just gonna add a couple of those right there, just like that. Just fill up as much space as you can. Keep it compact and tight, and you won't be spending as much money as you need to. So I got visitation. I need a staff room. I need an office. What I can do is I can add some solitary right there. You know, most people think that you have to make solitary a 2x1, but what I found was that you can actually make solitary a 1x1. I think it affects your prisoner's wellness, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, dormitory. Why are my prisoners? Ah, that's right. Guards. Just add 6 guards for your 8 prisoners that you start with. Of course, you're gonna wanna keep adding guards for the increased number of prisoners. Make sure to keep up with your capacitors, with your power station. Whoa, already a fight going on. And yeah, it happens, right? It's really early in the game, though, to be honest with you. But whenever you got a fight breaking out, you can always call the paramedics. It costs $100 every time you do it, but I totally recommend it if you want to keep up the prisoner's wellness. There we go. Just heal all the guys. When they're all healed, you can remove the paramedics. Now I'm gonna be gonna add a wall here, just like this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add just some stuff for the staff. I got a staff room, 4x4, and an office is also needs to be 4x4. Oh gosh. Then I guess I'm just going to have to extend this outward a little bit more, like so. Actually, let's do this. Let's leave it like that. There we go. And add some staff doors, like so. Just gonna add 2, just to make it look pretty, Staff rooms require sofas and things of that nature. Sofa as well as a vending machine. You can use the search bar to find, drink machine. Plop one down right there. Oh, jeez. That noise always means that there's something going on, a fight or whatever. Dormitories do have a higher chance of stuff like that happening. So I'm gonna take down, clear these walls out right here. I think that should provide an entrance. Yes, perfect. So now what I can do is I can add some rooms. Or I can add let's see here, parole? No, I'm gonna add some offices. There we go. Got your office there. And then, oh. Usually happens when your power station's running a little bit high. So I'm gonna add some extra office. There we go, big office. So I need an office desk, chair, and a filing cabinet. So you can find those. Office desk. Just stick 2 of them down there, just for aesthetic. Bam, 2 chairs, and a filing cabinet, which you can find with the search bar. There we go. Beautiful. Got a big empty area right here, so you can always turn those empty areas into storage, like so. Just add an extra wall, an extra staff door, and then go for storage. Just like that. Got tons of logs to sell. Just sell those real quick. Oh. Yeah, I guess I didn't really need that many workers anyway. I'm gonna add an extra room. So what I need a yard. Cell, holding cell, that's fine. It's completely fine. Oh wait. Holding cell, I almost forgot. There we go. Common room. Parole reception. I'm just gonna stick a reception room at the end of it. Well, you don't really need a chapel. You don't need parole just yet. That's later on in the game. Yard, meh. You can add a yard. Like so. What I'm gonna do is just gonna nope. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a material, I'm gonna add some fence. I'm just gonna add the yard here. Make sure to make it kinda big because you wanna make sure to plan for the future of the game. And I'm gonna stick a large jail door there. Also another fence right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add an extra building. Always requires an entrance, so I'm gonna add a staff door. Then a normal door right here so that your prisoners can go freely into the yard. So, rooms, yard. And there we go. There's your yard. I'm going to extend these cables a little bit farther, just so that I can power this little empty room over here. Okay. I'm going to have to put the fence a little bit closer and then demolish this. There we go. It's looking nice. Okay, so this right here, this room, is actually going to be just a common room. And yeah, that is basically all you need for the beginning of the game. Reception doesn't really matter much. Parole doesn't in the beginning of the game. Neither does chapel. And exports, you know what? I'm gonna stick an exports room right here. So yeah, and then cut it off with a wall. And never forget your doors. Bam. So you keep your exports and your storage separate. You got a common room. You know what? You can just stick a pool table in there. Why not? TV. Spoil the prisoners. And a sofa. There we go. And yeah, that's basically how to get up, how to start up in a in Prison Architect. And then you can always add extra dormitories. Cells do come later in the game, which you don't really need that at the moment. But to support the the early number of prisoners, you can always just use a dormitory, and then build cells later on. Just extend outward or to the sides. With a large plot of land, you don't have a limit. And there's a fight going on. Yep, you can't escape. Okay. So yeah, that was it for this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Always subscribe. And yeah, that was it for this tutorial. I'm Astroniite. Peace out.
Yeah, that body's a blessing, girl. I ain't trying to pressure her. She messed with the temperature. Hard wrote the song, but I am the messenger.